Have you wanted to start journaling but had no idea how to get started? Well, today I'm going to give you my top 5 prompts that will help you try and figure yourself out. Journaling is one of the best things that you can do to identify your programmings, your patterns, and your beliefs around certain situations and things in your life. It's one of the biggest things that you can do that's going to help you move forward and start to know yourself better. You're going to be with yourself for the rest of your life. So the more you can actually figure out some of the things that may be holding you back or actually helping you succeed, then it gives you back the power. But a lot of people, when they start journaling, clients that come to me, don't really know where to begin, what to do. So here are my top 5 prompts that are going to help you get started. Number 1, set a stopwatch on your phone or whatever it is that you use for 10 minutes and just free write about how you're feeling right now. So I get my clients to start with, today I'm feeling, and then just literally free write for 10 minutes. The one rule is you're not allowed to let the pen stop moving, because what happens is you stop thinking and your subconscious will take over. And if you're not sure the word on how you're feeling, describe it in a colour or a shape. So 2 weekends ago, I was feeling a certain way, wasn't really sure what that was. And I came out with that I was a navy blue square. And the more I then unpicked that, it's because I felt like a wheel that was square shaped and it was just a bit clunky and things weren't quite clicking how they used to be. And it really helped me understand how I was actually feeling. So if you're like me and you don't have a fantastic vocabulary to describe how you're feeling, try using shapes, try using colours, but 10 minutes, don't stop moving. Don't stop moving, don't stop writing. I mean, you can move if you want to, but don't stop writing. Prompt number 2, what's something you're struggling with or avoiding right now? We all have something we're struggling with. We all have something we're avoiding. The problem is we kind of get it inside our own heads. We know it's there and it plays in our mind. The more it plays in our mind, the more we think about it. The more we think about it, the more it bothers us. The more it bothers us, the more out of control we feel and the more stuck we feel. So by actually writing that thing down on paper, it gets it out of your head and you can actually see what is this thing that I'm actually struggling with, and it will give you some clarity. I'm actually doing this. You'll probably find you find the solution for it, or you know someone's going to help you. It's very, very hard to think inside your own head. I say this all the time, very, very hard to think inside your own head. So if you are struggling with something or if you're avoiding something, just write it down. Ask yourself, well, why am I avoiding this? Why am I struggling with this? And just, again, be very open, be very honest. Don't judge yourself. Before I go into the final 3, if you've taken any value from today's episode, don't forget to like and share it with a friend. If you're on YouTube, think about hitting the subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss any future episodes. If you're on Apple Podcast or Spotify, don't forget to give us a follow as well. Number 3, write down 5 compliments for yourself. 5 compliments for yourself. This could be your strengths, talents, or accomplishments. And this is going to be pretty hard. If I said write down 20 things you don't like about yourself, I can imagine like bam, 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 straight through. We're flipping this. 5 compliments for yourself. And be really honest and really proud of yourself when you're writing these down. Don't be shy. This is for you. Write it down. 5 things, strengths you've got, talents or accomplishments, and just write it down and really sit with those feelings. Great way to start figuring yourself out and again, flipping things on a positive. When it comes to self-esteem, self-confidence, self-respect, it's a big thing. We don't actually pay compliments to ourselves. We don't actually stop and think about our strengths. We're always trying to work on those weaknesses. But actually, just stop and think about your strengths massively help. Number 4, what does happiness mean to you? What does happiness mean to you? We can all agree that we want to be happy, but what does it actually mean to you? Because if you don't know, then how are you ever going to know when you've got it, or if you've even got it right now? I was working with a lady recently, and I asked her this question, and she gave me a list of all these things. And then we were talking about our life, and I was like, you said that happiness is these things to you, and that's your life right now. And she was like, oh my God, she hadn't even realised that actually this thing that she called happiness, again, she wasn't aware of it. She was still wanting more and more and more. She hadn't actually stopped to take inventory of where her life actually was and realised that she was living the life that she'd wanted to live. And I thought, wow, this is powerful. Because if we don't actually know what we want and where we're currently at, like how are we ever going to know if we've got it? So what does happiness mean to you? Just really sit and think about that. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Final point. Number 5. What is something you believe positively impacts your life? What is something you believe that positively impacts your life? It could be a person, situation, a thing, an activity. And then how can you embrace it more fully? Meaning, how can you do more of this in your life? So if there's something in your life that positively impacts you, it makes you feel good. It gets you in a good headspace. You feel free. You're in that flow state, whatever it is. How can you embrace more of that? Now, you can use all 5 of these prompts if you want to, or just pick one. but this is the first step in actually starting to figure yourself out. I hope you're taking value from today's episode. See you guys next week.